What is up, everybody? Welcome to the Truth and Eazy show. Name still pending, everything's still pending. This isn't our final setup. We got my fucking cell phone here recording us and shit. Ghetto as fuck to start off with, but we wanted to get comfortable on the camera together and shit. Yep. So that's what we're doing right now. This real setup is gonna be fucking dope as shit. Everybody gonna be like, bruh, fucking fire emojis, all right?
This is just a sneak peek. By the way, this is the truth right here. This is Flow Eazy.
Y'all know. Twitter.com/YC Flow Eazy. Where can they find you at, bro?
At Truth is a Champ 9, Twitter.
Nah, he had to throw in a random number in there because he's a little bitch.
I mean, that's the number that I had in high school, so it's my favorite. Rondo all day.
Yeah, he's doing real good in the Mavericks. Anyway, today we're going to be talking about, if you're reading this, it's too late. Now, this is Drake's 4th studio album.
That's correct.
Coming out. Released it presumptuously, not confirmed.
Yep.
Presumptuously to get the fuck off of Cash Money Records. Because my man Birdman sitting there rubbing his hands too much.
Messing with Rich Gang.
Causing too much fucking friction and shit. And next thing you know, he's losing Wayne. He's losing Drake. He's losing everything, man.
Yeah, man.
He got Tyga, though, right?
I mean, Tyga, like, he's trying to be independent. He's doing his own thing with Chris Brown and all.
Word.
Other than that, like, Birdman, like, he's sticking with Rich Gang because, like, they're the thing right now. Young Thug, Rich Homie Quan.
He got some real good artists, like... Anyway, this is our review of, if you're reading this, it's too late. Now, to start off with, we're big Drake fans. I've been a Drake fan since 2009 or so. Pretty kind of late-ish, I guess. But I heard his Best I Ever Had shit was all over the radio and shit back in high school.
Yep.
And I was just like, what the fuck is this song? Like, I kind of like laughed him off at first, and then like I delved a little deeper into him because you guys and like the whole crew and shit were like very big on Drake. So I was just like, all right, let me listen to this little light-skinned boy. And I was just like, you know what? My man got bars. My man's pretty good. He makes some good music. In the past, he's released Thank Me Later, which was an R&B album. Then Take Care, which is highly regarded as a classic.
It won a Grammy, by the way.
Won a Grammy. Kanye wouldn't stand up for that. She was just like, you know what? I didn't need to stand up for this.
Yeah.
Well deserved. Take Care is awesome. Followed by Nothing Was the Same. I love that album as well. Wasn't as good as Take Care in my opinion, but it was still good. Maybe that's for another video. But now we have, if you're reading this, it's too late. If you're reading this, it's too late. Was actually supposed to be a mixtape for those of you that don't know.
Yep.
So that's why it's not up to his quality and everything else. I'd say if you're reading this, it's too late. It's probably his worst release since Thank Me Later. I think it's better than Thank Me Later, but I think everything else he's made, including So Far Gone, was better. That being said, is this album / mixtape bad? What do you think?
I wouldn't say it's bad. Like, people got to understand that, he dropped it on iTunes as an album so he could get out of Cash Money Records. And also, it was a bunch of throwaway songs that it was supposed to make views from the 6, but he was like, you know what, fuck it. I'm going to just put it on a random mixtape, send it out to people, let people listen to this first until I'm ready to drop views from the 6. And I feel like with this album, it's definitely going to sell Mill first week.
Views from the 6?
Yes.
My man's been saying that for a while. And now, just to preface this, this really shows the difference, like how big Drake is, right? Because J. Cole dropped last year, or late last year, with like no hype, no nothing, and he sold, what was it, 377K first week?
Something like that, yup.
And everybody was like, that shit is fucking crazy. He stole One Direction spot on Spotify for the most streamed album.
Most streams.
That's how the fuck does that happen? Drake comes out of nowhere.
Nowhere.
My man was taking a shit and he was just like, you know what? Upload. And nigga sold J. Cole's numbers in 30 minutes.
Like, I remember that day, I was on Twitter at night and there was a lot of people tweeting about Drake's dropping something tonight. I was looking on Twitter like a week before and like I just saw a bunch of tweets saying that he was going to drop a mixtape. Supposedly it was going to be called Too Far Gone because
that was such a good
6 years ago on that day he dropped So Far Gone, which is pretty much a classic for him. That pretty much jump-started his career. So then he drops it on iTunes around 11:50 at night. Unfortunately, I knocked out because I had to go to work the next day.
I was so lucky. I was lucky but unlucky because people were talking about this shit is dropping like now. And I was just like, yeah, whatever. I opened up Drake's Twitter, nigga. 4 seconds ago, the link for the album
I remember
came
you were
out.
telling me
Yeah,
that.
I was just like, are you fucking serious? I had to download iTunes. I didn't have iTunes on my computer. I had to download that shit. I had to set up my credit card with that shit. I went fucking ham, cheese, eggs, and potatoes for that shit. But it was worth it, all right? So what we're going to do now is we're going to go in with our bottom 3 songs on the album and then top 3 songs on the album. So my bottom 3, and then you can go on for your bottom 3, are Madonna, Wednesday Night Interlude, and 6 Man.
6 Man. All right, so why those 3? Why those 3?
So Madonna, when I first was listening to the album and Madonna came on, I didn't like it at all. I was just like, because the album went from being fucking hard, straight slapping to this Madonna shit, and I didn't really like it. I mean, I like the song now, but it still kind of messes up with the flow and everything, and I don't think the song in itself really compares to all the other songs on the album, personally. And then in terms of Wednesday Night, like I really fuck with Preach. Like that was one of my favorite songs at first. Young nigga Preach, you know what I'm saying? I really fuck with Party Next Door. But with that interlude, it didn't really do it for me personally. I was telling you, that shit sounds like a Weekend track. If that was the Weekend on that interlude, shit would be a different story. Because that beat when it starts off and shit, like that sounds like the Weekend to me.
Yeah.
So when I hear Party Next Door, I'm just like, I always think in the back of my head, like the Weekend would have killed that way better. But I mean, it's like these songs are like my bottom 3, but that doesn't make them bad by any means. They're still very, very good songs.
Yeah, definitely.
And then 6 Man is just weird to me. Like I like the ending of 6 Man a lot.
You think 6 Man's weird?
It's weird.
I mean, like 6 Man, like I would put that on the car and just bump that shit.
Nah, it's
like,
a good bumping song, but like in terms of his bars and lyrical performance compared to everything else in the album, it falls short. He's just like,
I thought he did a pretty good job on that song.
I
think he did a pretty good song. He did a pretty good job on that song. I just questioned the ending. I was just so confused about it.
Like the ending sounded like some rock and roll kind of shit. Like
I like it, but it was just weird. I thought it was like a different song.
Nah, that really is true because he goes from like Lou Will, Lou Will to like
and to slowing it down,
like Drake is very well known for his switch ups and shit, but like that was just kind of out of the question.
Yeah.
6 Man in itself is a pretty short song, but it has like so many different things that it's trying to do. I feel like, and it just falls flat for me personally. I mean, I still bump the song, but I mean, at the end of the day, it's is in my bottom 3.
Yeah.
So what's your bottom 3?
All right. Bottom 3. Let me start off with this song, Company, featuring Travis Scott.
What? Oh no!
Like a lot of people are really fucking with this song.
I love that
like,
song.
I'm not gonna I play it and like I rap to it, sing to it, and this and that. But like for some reason, like I'm still getting used to it. You know, like I was listening to the whole mixtape, and I'm like every song goes in, and then I listen to that, and I'm just like. I guess it's because I'm not used to Travis Scott. Like I'm not used to his type of music, you know. So it's.
But when Drake said, "She's just a little too perfect. She's just a little too worth it." No, I don't deserve her at all. Like, come on, man.
But yeah, I would say Company #1, that song.
All right.
Number 2, I might say 6 p.m. in New York, man.
What?
6 p.m. in New York, man. Like legit, like I know when it comes to like the PMs and the AM freestyles that he drops, he just spits straight up bars, like fire shit, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like when it came to 9 a.m. in Dallas, when it came to 5 a.m. in Toronto, I feel like it was a straight fire and like the beat was just so hard. And then I listen to 6 p.m. New York. Yeah, I fuck with it and all, but I just wish like it was harder. I wish I had a harder beat, you know?
I can agree, yeah. I can see that.
6 p.m. in New York, like he did a great job. The bars are straight. He dissed Tyga and he's just spitting out facts. Like I don't care what Tyga says. But I just feel like the beat could have been a lot harder.
Yeah, okay.
My third song, man. This is gonna be tough. I like all the songs. I like all the songs, but I would say the third one, Now and Forever.
Oh no, I cannot agree with that one.
Like Now and Forever, like I love it and all, but it's different from the rest of the tracks.
See, now the reason why is because Now and Forever is I swear to God, that is a fucking Kid Cudi song through and through. Like I said that as soon as I listened to the shit.
Yeah, I know you was telling me. Yeah,
I was like, this is a fucking Kid Cudi song. Like I don't give a fuck what anybody says. I tweeted that shit.
Yep.
I was live streaming my reactions to it, and as soon as he started singing, I'm like, this is actually a Kid Cudi song. Like I wouldn't be surprised if they were working on something or something, and then Drake was just like, "Alright, fuck you, little bitch ass nigga," or something, and just fucking kept the song or something. Yeah. That is a Kid Cudi song through and through.
I'm pretty sure Kid Cudi said something about Drake a while back. I don't know what he said, But if you go on Hot New Hip Hop, he definitely said something about Drake. Because I feel like, because Drake, like, arguably, he's like top rapper in the game.
Yeah.
Like, regardless of what anyone says, he's the hottest guy out right now.
True.
Regardless. Like, people can hate on him, they could love him, he's gonna be up there. That's why people, like artists in the game, they always ask for him to hop on a hook, a verse, and like he just straight up kills it, you know?
Every song sound like Drake featuring
Drake featuring Drake, man.
Alright, top 3.
Alright, my top 3. I gotta say, my go-to song, like I know the anthem for like the crew is Know Yourself. Cause like I feel like when it comes to Know Yourself, it's like a crew anthem. Like when you go out just rolling with your boys and you just bump that shit with my walls, you know, it just goes in.
For real.
That's definitely one of my top 3. But I would say like my top song on the mixtape, it has to be Ain't No Tellin'.
No telling.
No
For real?
telling. No
For
telling.
real?
Like,
No
no
telling.
Like if
All
it's
right.
not Know Yourself, like when I hop in the car and I pick a song from that mixtape, it has to be that song. For some reason, I just love it. Like I like how he goes hard and then he always switches up the beat at the end and like he's still going
For
here.
real. Nah,
you know?
No Telling's a dope ass
I
song.
love it.
For real.
I would say number 2. I don't know if this might surprise people, but I gotta say Star 67.
Nah.
Star
like,
67.
That song is really, I think a lot of people sleep on that song, but
Yeah.
like,
And like I don't want people thinking that Drake's messing with guns and shit, because people, they don't understand the poetry in songs. All right, in the beginning, it's a clip from Lil Wayne back in 07, before Drake was even popping. He was talking about how these rappers and like even like these singers, like they're in the booth and they're just not bringing it, you know, they're not bringing that ammunition, the clips, like he said in the song. And then right from the get, Drake's like, brand new Beretta, can't wait to let it go. Like that's just him, like metaphorically speaking, you know, like he's in the studio, he's bringing out these new styles, these new bars, like,
for real.
you know, so
Absolutely.
I would say that's number 2 right there.
All
right, number 3. Number 3. 10 bands.
10 bands.
10 bands.
All right.
I definitely love that song. I like when he makes a song with 3 verses. Like I don't like when he has 1 verse, 2 verses, and like the song's short. I like when he has a long song.
Right.
In this song, he has 3 verses, and one of my favorite lines, I even posted it on Facebook because you know how bitches are these days. You know, so
Yeah.
my ex asked me where you moving. I said on to better things. Yeah, 10 bands, 50 bands.
Except the poor
100
version,
bands,
yo.
You know?
1 dime, 2 dimes, got a quarter.
But yeah, man, like I would say 10 bands definitely number 3, man.
All right. My
So-
top 3. Legend. The shit starts off with fucking Legend. Every time I listen to
That's
that
another song I gotta get used to too.
Nah,
man.
every time I listen to that song, you know what happens? Hands in the air, pumping.
Yup.
If I
Yup.
die, I'm a legend. Like, every time. Legend, definitely in that top 3. You in the 6, definitely in there.
Yup, definitely.
You in the 6 has one of my favorite Drake quotes of all time. This nigga already knows what I'm about to say.
Yup.
I take the knife out my back and I cut they throat with it, mama. I'm getting my thumbs with it, mama. And then when he does little grunts and shit, he was just like, I'm
Like
just
you can
oh
tell,
my
like
God.
he's speaking from the heart, you
You
know.
in the
And this is a
6.
very personal song. It's to his
Absolutely.
mom, you know.
I
and-
love Drake's tracks like this. Like we have You in the 6, The Calm.
The Calm,
So
yup,
Far Gone. What's that song?
Fear.
I like Fear too,
Fear,
but there was
yup.
that one song on Take Care. Look what you've done.
Oh
love
my
that
God!
song.
Like I could rap from the beginning to end.
Absolutely.
I love
like,
that song.
That's why You in the 6, like I really resonate with that. And then for the 3rd song, man, this shit is a fucking serious toss up. I love Company. Like
You like
I
Company, man?
love
Like top
Company.
3? Top 3, man? Come on,
Mo
man.
City Trip right now. That beat just fucking boom, boom. When it does that, I'm just, oh my gosh, it gets me hyped. For top 3, it's going to be a toss-up, I think. I think I'm going to have to throw in Jungle in the toss-up. That shit is just smooth. Like, that is smooth.
I've been saying this since the beginning. Like some of you guys had to get used to that song.
I had to get used to
You
it.
had
I
to
was
get
one
used
of
to
them.
it. But like
But
when I
that
heard
song-
it, it's just so smooth.
That song is really, really smooth.
And he just rips it, man.
Yeah, I love that
It's
song.
perfect.
Let me see what else we got in there. I might have to throw in Know Yourself. because
Like I said, it's the anthem, man.
anytime I hop in the car, it's Know Yourself followed by No Tellin every time, and then I'll switch around to whatever I feel like listening to. That's what it always is. So I think Know Yourself deserves that spot because that's the one that I always bump. Like it might not be my favorite on the album, but it's definitely one that I'm always going to and I'm always bumping. So I just say if I had to put them in order, You in the Six, Know Yourself, and then maybe Legend. That's probably what I'll go. But Legend is one of my fucking favorite songs. Like the reason why is because I remember when I was doing that live stream, we were having technical difficulties, right?
Yeah.
And I couldn't get it started. And then like I started playing the song and I got everything working. And as soon as the beat starts and he starts rapping, I'm just like, that's it. Like I knew that this album was gonna be something special. So overall, what do you think of the album? Pros and cons.
All right, pros and cons. Oof. I would say for pros, he definitely like the whole mixtape, like the majority of the mixtape, he goes hard.
Absolutely.
And one thing I don't like about him, like, yeah, he is a rapper and a singer, you know, but I feel like he leans towards the singing part most of the time than rapping, you know. And then like most of these people come out and they're like, "Oh, Drake's soft, he sings too much and this and that."
That's what everybody was saying. Remember all those memes when they say, "Oh, the Drake mixtape is out. Time to go to my ex or something." I'm like, "Did you fucking listen to it?"
That's what I'm saying. Like you listen to it and you're like, it is the total opposite, you know.
Drake is bringing some different shit.
He's definitely bringing some different shit, you know. But I would say like the pros, 95% of the album, he just goes straight up ham.
Yeah.
All the songs you could bump into the car without feeling all depressed, running back to your ex out her house and shit. None of that, you know. So I would say that's one of the pros right there.
Absolutely.
How about you? What do you think for pros?
Pros, my man's bringing heat. My man's got bars. A lot of quotes on this shit. He gave y'all Twitter niggas, y'all Instagram niggas, Facebook niggas quotes for months. All right?
Months.
Fucking months. All right. Bringing a lot of shit. He's doing Drake. Expect, if you haven't listened to it yet, what the fuck you doing? If you haven't listened to it yet, expect like, I'd almost say like 6 God, 5 a.m. in Toronto type shit on this. He does bring some other stuff with it. There's some new stuff he's trying that I'm imagining were concepts for reviews from the 6 that he's trying out. But obviously they didn't feel like up to snuff or whatever. He's just getting this out. He's just getting this mixtape out there. A con is, I know this is a mixtape, but literally everything Drake has ever done has always felt like a cohesive project. You look at So Far Gone. You look at Thank Me Later. Fucking Take Care.
Nothing was the same, and now this one.
Everything felt like a one cohesive project. Like it felt part of one bigger, grander thing. This just feels like a collection of Drake songs. And for me, when I'm listening to like an album, sometimes even a mixtape's very much less so, but like with an album or something, like I'm expecting it to be like one cohesive project. That's why I like Kanye West so much, is because everything he makes, like, it just sounds like it's all one big story. And like that's what Drake did or does too. I'm sure he'll do that for Views from the 6. He's just,
definitely.
like,
I feel like when it comes to Views from the 6, it's definitely going to be one of his most personal albums because it's from his hometown, Toronto. You know, the 6. So I feel like it's definitely going to be a very personal and
but that's one thing that I didn't really like. Like for example, like when I was saying about Madonna, like how it goes, you got hard track, and then just goes to Madonna, mad random. It just feels like a collection of songs rather than one cohesive project thought with some thought put into it and some nice and easy transitions and stuff like that. But other than that, man, this shit really, really slaps. I kind of feel like the subject matter and the whole album was very lacking. Like Drake is usually spitting, you know, some real shit, and he's still spitting real shit, but a lot of this stuff is like more superficial. He's more like, look at me, I'm Drake, you know, I got this money, I got these bitches, and all that shit. Like, and that's cool. Like, I fucking still bump this shit, but you know, Drake is like, feels like he has to prove something. Like that's what Drake feels like, I think, and that's why like he'll try to rap, you know, hard, and then, you know, also sing to appeal to people, whatever the fuck the case may be. But I feel like with this album, it does. I really, really like it. If his other stuff wasn't so great, it'd be, you know, a highly rated thing. But the fact that it's not too cohesive and there isn't too many themes or subjects he's rapping about throughout most of these songs, it's just, you know, that's why my favorite songs are ones, you know, that have a lot of meaning, like, you know, You in the 6. Know Yourself is just a bumping song, and Legend is just like, that song really defines Drake. Like if you have any doubt about Drake, like you're just wrong. Like he is. If he died right now, he would be a legend. That's
exactly.
Just,
like
that's
he's just
true.
speaking the truth, you know. Like he's not being cocky. He's being honest, you know.
Any parting words you got to say about the album?
For cons, I have no idea. Like, I don't know how to really dissect an album, but like I said, it is a mixtape, but then it got released on iTunes and you had to buy it.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure when it first dropped, you were actually able to go to his website, octobersveryown.com, and actually download the mixtape before he snatched it out of SoundCloud and then just put it.
I don't know if I was able to download, but I definitely know people were streaming it and then it stopped, like, mad randomly. People were like, well, what the fuck? I can't listen to it now.
Because I know when I go to his website, like, right when he drops a song, like, I'm on it right there and then, and, like, I see the download button. And then the next day, you can only stream it. Like, he just rips it off SoundCloud. But, yeah, it's a mixtape, you know? So it's just throwaway songs, you know?
Yeah.
So he just tossed any random song on it, and then, bam, here you go.
And the fact that this shit came out and is so fire and sold so well and that it's better than what a lot of other rappers are doing, that says a lot.
Yeah, speaks volume.
If you're reading this, It's Too Late is a must listen in my book. I think you really do have to give it a chance. If you're not the biggest Drake fan, this might not change your mind, but I'd still give it a listen because I know some Drake fan or some Drake haters that listened to this album and said it bumped and they really liked it. Give it a listen. I think it's at least worth that. And if you are a Drake fan, then you already got it, so I don't need to tell you.
Sure.
But if you're reading this, It's Too Late is a great album in my book. Anything else you got to say?
I think I'm all set with that. He pretty much said everything else.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching this 21-minute video, going on 22 minutes. Damn. We like to talk about music. This is Truth and Eazy. Thank you guys so much for watching. We'll catch you in the next video.
God bless.